Stevenson with the huge senior day win, celebrating with two more players who were celebrated here today on senior day. Ronald Ayers to my left, Nick Jones to my right. Nick, I'm going to start with you because was the plan for today that I'm going to attempt to make the most difficult layups that anyone could ever possibly imagine? Was that on like the card did you have like a bingo sheet that you were trying to fill out?
I mean, I had a bingo sheet. I didn't really fill it out, but that wasn't one of the options there on it today. But, yeah, I mean, it is what it is. I mean, happens.
Rob, take me through just for Nick, right? Like someone who obviously has had to work hard and grind for all those opportunities. The first one was crazy, but the last one, it seemed like you guys just exploded when that went for him.
I mean, yeah, we've seen that in practice, all 4 years. Nick has been working really hard. Sometimes he didn't get the time that he sometimes deserved, but he kept working hard. And I've seen him make those layups before, so I knew that was going there.
Man, it was a hell of a thing to see. All right, Ron, I know it's been a tough year, but the memory that you were able to create today and this performance and you guys celebrating like this, can you put into words what this day means to you?
I mean, it just feels great. It feels amazing. Like you said, the year wasn't the best, but for us to just come out and play free and everybody jumping up off the bench, everybody got in today, felt really good to end my year like this, in my career.
I appreciate that. Nick, what about, obviously for you, it's never been easy, right? Like it's always been tough. You've had to work a little bit harder. What does it mean for this to be the experience that you're going to carry with you for the rest of your life?
I mean, all I've heard is the last one is the one that you remember for life. So I'm glad that, me and my teammates, especially my senior teammates, that, for 4 years we went in there, grinded up every day. Ron had some adversity. He came back. He had a lot going on, and he just kept fighting. That was really inspiring for me because I'm not on the same level, but everybody has the same amount of some adversity through their career, and it's glad to see I can come out with a bang. And it's a great career. Call it a career.
Ron, obviously, I think a lot of people know everything that you've been through and your fight with cancer and getting back on the floor. To have the season that you had, again, I know you wanted to have more wins, but how much more does that make this season meaningful, knowing everything that you've been through?
I mean, it means a lot, to get the opportunity to be back on the court. A lot of people that had my situation, had to take a lot of years off or had to really step away from their sport. So for me to just, take that season off but come back and be an even better player than what I was, it meant a lot to me.
All right, so I just gave it to the other guys. I'm going to give you both of you the same thing. Now, anything that we can confess, now that, like, the time has come and gone, I got from Cam Sapienza admitted that as a freshman he once bent the ball holder by kicking it. He confessed that. Anything like did maybe like a clogged toilet at some point that you blamed on somebody else? Anything that now that it's over you'd be willing to confess at this point?
I got one. I remember, I don't know if it was practice or a shoot around or something. I shot the ball. I don't even remember what happened, but the shot clock, the front of the shot clock fell and broke.
And did you do the I don't know who guys, what happened?
I don't know if people to this day I don't know if people know, but I mean now everybody knows now.
Anything, Ron?
I would have to say also my freshman year, I had overslept for practice and was late, but I said, I was coming from a doctor's appointment, but I was really sleeping in the room, so that's my confession.
I appreciate it. Ron, just who do you want to say something to, a thank you, anything like that? Who made this experience all that much more for you being a Stevenson basketball player?
Definitely my family. I want to give a big shout out to them, all their support and their love, traveling, to Messiah, far games, we went to Ohio, they all came, so my family, definitely my teammates, all their support that they shown me, through what I was going through and, throughout the season, their confidence in me. And also to, Big Four on the women's team.
It's a special day for both of you, obviously, today. They got to go out with a win, too. And all the family that was here, it was cool to see both of you get that support and that love, man. And then same thing to you, Nick. Like, who is it that's helped make this experience more for you, and who do you want to make sure you say something to?
I just want to shout out my family, especially my mom and dad and my grandmother. They've always been there for me, anything that I needed, And I also want to shout out my teammates now and then my vets. I mean, I talk to them still to this day, and I appreciate the support and everything. And I built a bunch of brotherhood and friendships for life, people that invite to your wedding, best man, things like that. So I really appreciate everything that I've gone through in my time, and yeah.
That's awesome. Ron, Nick, congratulations on a great day and to go out this way. Appreciate you guys taking the time.
Appreciate it. Thank you.
Ronald Ayers, Nick Jones, I'm Glenn Clark. GoMustangSports.com.